for people who say I can just not meditate, I was one of them. And I met many of my friends, and even now when I speak to them, it is a very daunting task. So we close our eyes, 10 thoughts are very easy, 100 very likely. So what would your message be for people?
I would simply say that the very understanding of what meditation is wrong when it comes to a common man. So, this wrong understanding is based on the thought process that anybody can meditate very easily. This assumption is there in the mind which is untold. That when you look at a person who is meditating, what do you feel? They are just sitting and doing nothing. What is the big deal in sitting and doing nothing? It's a waste of time. So, to sit like another person who is meditating is very easy. This is the understanding most of the people get into. But when actually they enter on to the technique of meditation, then alone they realize that it's not something very easy to sit still and do nothing in this world. It's like very paradoxical understanding of what meditation is all about,
Please
right?
explain.
Definitely. Because human beings believe that you have to be very active and dynamic in the external world. There lies the secret of your success. So look at every human being. Everybody is running and running and running. And if you ask any person, man, stop for a while. Let me know why are you running, so that I can also run with you. And that person says, I don't have time to explain to you. So everybody is following the other person in this race of running. But nobody knows why each one is running. For what? What is the purpose of my life that I am running here and there, wandering, trying to seek and go after many objects of this world? That somebody wants career, somebody wants money, somebody wants name and fame, somebody wants comfort, somebody wants luxuries, somebody wants a healthy body, somebody wants no sorrows and unhappiness in this life, no diseases in life. Everybody has picked up one thread of thought and then running after it like mad. It's a mad chase. But nobody knows in the process how to attain that. Because everybody is trying to copy the other person who has run a little ahead of me. So, what is our life actually, strictly speaking? It's trying to copy the other person. And when we try to copy the other person, we don't know that he is an ignorant being. So, ultimately, the whole life becomes a blind, one blind chasing the other blind person. But we think we are doing something very great in this external world. That's why everybody is doing, no? Because it's great, they think. So, when it comes to performing an act like meditation, human mind is clueless. And why does it say, the human mind says that how to meditate? Because it's just not possible. When I close my eyes, hundreds and thousands of thoughts
And
bother me.
yeah. And as you rightly said, there are other arguments as well. उसमें क्या मुश्किल है?
हाँ.
बैठना ही तो है.
Yeah.
So you have very diverse
Yes.
thoughts
Thoughts.
that emerge, arguments.
So, sitting and meditating is a waste of time. People think when you have to be very dynamic in the external world, and it's time for you to attain these goals. Purusharthas, it's called. In our culture, it is called Purushartha. Dharma, Artha, Kama. These are the three Purusharthas that we have to attain. And the fourth one is kept as an Apavarga, not belonging to this class. That is Moksha. Moksha is called Apavarga, not belonging to this group of Dharma, Artha, and Kama. So, why people will want to meditate? When there are so many temptations in the external world, running behind the objects, thinking that I am going to be happy if I get this particular thing, what I have desired.
That's a moving target. Always.
Yeah. And then the mind starts realizing after attaining that, mind is still unhappy, looking for something much more, much more, much more. So it becomes an endless task. Then it starts wanting, there must be something different that I have to look for, where the mind can get a resting period or resting state of being called Vishranta Sthiti, that only meditation can do, can give you that state of rest to your mind. So no wonder you have spent major part of your life keeping all your organs, indriyas, outwardly. These Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas are all constantly active in the external world. The 5 sensory organs that we have, with which we are able to see, we are able to taste, we are able to hear, we can have the sense of touch. These are the 5 sensory organs by which we operate in this external world. And to help these sensory organs, we have organs of actions, like your hands, your legs, even your mouth, which is used in 2 ways, to eat also, to talk also, right?
Correct.
So like the 10 organs with which we are endowed with, we constantly use to operate in the external world. And we think we are using these indriyas, but the power behind these indriyas is the mind. It's like the horse rider, a chariot of these 10 horses.
It's a wild horse, Amma.
Yes. And each horse wants to go in different directions. And the mind is struggling to keep all the horses together to move in one direction. Then the mind gets exhausted. And the pity of the mind, I call it pity. I use the word pity because whatever we have attained in terms of career, name, fame, this, that, and all that, using this mind, using this intellect, using this power of emotions and thoughts, that I have become what I wanted to become. But poor fellow, this mind doesn't know that he is always triggered off by another force called ahankara tattva. In spirituality, in yoga, it's called tattva, subtler element. Subtler because you are not able to locate where it is. Like heart, you know where the heart is. So you can stretch your hand and touch on the heart and say, this is my heart. But these tattvas are subtler. And ahankara is the most powerful one, called ego principle, element. So the mind is clueless how it is being used. So no wonder that meditation is a hard task for the mind. And for everything we talk about training. In the external world, if you want to become an engineer, how many years of training, in the name of education system, you undergo, right? But people think that when it comes to meditation, it is just sitting and closing your eyes. No way. There is a systematic training that needs to be given for the mind to meditate. To do that, you have to understand all the important faculties of your personality. So it's a very big science as such, meditation is. So if you learn systematically, that systematic training of the mind itself will make you a meditator. There is no reason why you cannot meditate. But remember, you need training for the mind through meditation, like any other training that you respect and ready to undergo, that it is not skyfallen. I'm sorry.